I just think that when it comes to selling your biggest asset, you should have more options. And when it comes to buying your biggest asset from a buyer's perspective, you should have more options. More options, more information up front. I guess on a real estate perspective, change is always something that is an awkward thing for our business. And I think that we are in the era of disruption, be it Uber, be it these other things that are popping up in different industries that are removing some of the people that were there before. But again, this isn't something removing anybody. We're not looking to remove buyers agents. We're not looking to do anything on an online perspective. We're looking to keep the traditional format of real estate with just more transparency. On a transactional basis, one of the biggest frustrations when buying real estate on an agent perspective and the buyer's perspective is that they get beaten out with a multiple offer situation that might be only $1,000 or a couple of $1,000s more. Okay. However, in the auction arena, there's a level of transparency that provides everybody the opportunity down to that first, second, third and final call. We're selling. They get a real opportunity to then capitalize on, hey, I'm going to jump in because I think it's worth a little bit more money. Or no, I've spent as much as I want, that's enough. Buyers agents sort of reject it in the beginning because it is something new without asking questions. That's when they can potentially lose clients because they say, no, don't go and look at this auction property that Harcourts is doing. The client will go around them if they think it's a good enough opportunity and come directly to us. And we see that a lot in some of the other regions that we do auctions, and we're not looking for that to happen. We do not want that to happen. We honestly tell them that we would prefer them to be represented. And I think that when an agent doesn't adapt to things that are just moving and progressing in a new direction, is that they run the risk of losing business and losing clients. One type of real estate transaction certainly doesn't give one of the most prosperous countries in the world where you have freedom of speech, freedom of what really ever you like. You don't really have freedom when it comes to selling your biggest asset. I think it's an American dream to own real estate, but I don't think it's an American dream to sell real estate. It's on one of the highest lists. To not want buying and selling real estate is not really a desired thing to do, and we want to change that. From people that are from a Harcourts perspective, there's always hope and excitement because everyone's looking for the new thing, which says to me, when people are looking for the new thing so often, it says to me that the traditional means of things may be broken a touch. Yeah, seeing it with your own eyes is wonderful. The thing about that we've had so much feedback from buyers agents and buyers taboo is that ultimately seeing a deal happen in their very eyes rather than several days of counter offers back and forward. It's interesting that you have two people, you have a buyer and a seller, and then you have agents in the middle of that, okay? And those buyers and sellers and agents in the middle of it, if those sellers and the buyers were to sit down and have a coffee together and just talk about price, the deal will probably come together, bang. But unfortunately, with the agents and the mixed communication of the counters and everything like that, the seller and the buyer hate each other for no reason. Two people that would genuinely get along in the general public space of things just don't like each other because, okay? Whereas, this is where the auction process opens that level of transparency up, gets things done in a quicker time frame in respect to getting an answer of yes or no. Did I buy the home or did I not? Okay? Will that price buy it or will it not? That happens at the auction arena itself, or it happens if you place an offer beforehand. It's either yes or no.